So last night, my dream was kind of a normal one. A typical type of dream I have. I was taking classes that had to do with, I have these dreams a lot where it's like, I'm aware of the fact that I graduated college a long time ago, but I still have to go back to school and take some classes or whatever. And this time the school was Well, it was kind of confusing. It was my high school teachers, but it was at one of the middle schools that I went to, and I was trying to get to some class. But it had like a college type schedule where, like, certain days you have certain classes at certain times. And in the dream, I had finally just passed, this one class, which didn't make a lot of sense because, like, it was like I had passed that class, but there was other classes that were still going on. But it wasn't like the end of the semester and these classes are having like another semester. It was just like the classes would end at random times, and it was like getting close to the end of this other class, but I couldn't remember having remembered to go to it, and it was taught by like my high school psychology teacher, but it was in a classroom in my old eighth and ninth grade middle school. And I kept forgetting like where it was. It was like, oh, I know it's either this classroom on the first floor or the second floor, but I can't remember which. And I kept having to stop and like open all these folders in my notebook to try and see like where my class schedule was, but I couldn't find it. And it almost felt like it was a continuation from a few other dreams I've been having lately, because like I had a dream a few nights before, or like a week before, where I had passed the one class. I took these tests and had all these papers, and I had the same papers, and that was the class that I had passed. And a dream before that dream, I had the dream where I had started this particular class that I was now struggling with in this dream. So maybe it's just my brain finding connections that aren't there, but I swear it's like a continuous thing. And it's usually they're all really stressful because it's like, well, nobody wants to go back to school. It's stressful. I mean, school sucks. Like I loved school, but it's so stressful. Yeah, and there's only like 7 or 8 other people in this class, and they're all people I went to high school with. I don't know what the class was on. I can't remember, but it was something that I was like less interested in or didn't really pertain to, you know, I guess my major. I don't know what type of schooling is was supposed to be in the dream. But yeah, I was pretty sure I wasn't gonna pass because I hadn't been to the class in like weeks, and it was like already like the end of the class or getting to it. I had only a few weeks left of it or something. And honestly, I don't really remember much after that. Like I got into the class and I sat down while I think other people were giving like a presentation or something, and that was about it. But another weird thing, and I'm not sure if I was dreaming or not, but I was pretty because I kept waking up during the night because I'm dealing with some pain right now, and I had I kept getting up, and there was one time where I got up in the middle of the night, and like I had heard my computer turning on, and I think it was my cat because there is on the keyboard there's a power button, and I think she maybe stepped on that or something, or maybe I had put my computer into sleep mode last night, and so maybe she stepped on something and it, turned everything on. But I've got like a light up mouse and a light up keyboard, and like all that stuff was like bright and lit up, and my computer was turning on and making noises. Like obviously the screen wasn't on because you have to like press a button or whatever to get the screen on. And part of me was like, did that actually happen or was that a dream? Because I remember I had gotten up, or maybe at that point I had woken up and I was just drinking water, and I was like, and I was thinking to myself, I don't want to get up and deal with turning that thing off. I'm just tired. I want to go back to sleep. And I think I just fell asleep. But I'm wondering, I was like, did that actually happen or was that in my sleep last night? But I think it did because when I turned on my computer this morning, the caps lock button was on. So I'm assuming my cat was just walking all over like the keyboard and it started it up from sleep mode or something. Yeah, anyway, that was my dream last night. Yeah.